For our next guest, it has been a particularly whirlwind of a year here on Capitol Hill. House Majority Whip Steve Scalise nearly lost his life when targeted by a gunman during a congressional baseball practice last June just across the river. So what does he want to hear from our president this evening?
Joining us right now for his first interview since returning to work after another surgery is House Majority Whip Steve Scalise. Congressman, thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Welcome to D.C.
Thank you very much.
Great day.
How you doing?
Doing really good, thanks. I had the surgery 2 weeks. I was in the hospital again, and just got out. It was a planned surgery to do some more repairs of the damage, and it went really well. My doctors felt really good about it, so I feel good about it.
One of the great entrances. I've covered a lot of Super Bowls, seen up close and personal, but you entering the chamber for the first time, on with the crutches was one of the most emotional things, uplifting things to see both sides. You were the guy that brought everybody together for a brief moment.
Well, it was a special day, a day I'll never forget. I mean, I wanted to go back to work so bad. You're in the hospital 3.5 months, and to be able to come back that way and have so much love and support from Republicans and Democrats, it was a special day.
Well, tonight, 9 o'clock, everybody will be in that same room for the State of the Union address, joint session of Congress. What does the president need to say tonight? Because there are a lot of people in your own party who are divided with the Democrats to the point where it doesn't seem like anything's getting done.
Well, I think one of the things the president needs to do is to remind people just how successful these tax cuts have already been. Every day, it seems like another company is given bonuses and pay raises.
Exxon yesterday?
Exxon, $50 billion investment in America. Friday, you had FedEx. Thursday, you had Home Depot. But to make the connection between just what we did something incredibly big just a few weeks ago, and it's already having a positive impact on the lives of families. But a lot of people back home don't hear about it in their communities. And so for the president to make that connection and to talk about the vision, and I think what's real important, over the last 8 years, we saw millions of people just give up on working. They gave up on the country because the economy was doing so poorly. I'd like to see the president encourage those people to get back into the workforce, because we're going to have a shortage of workers with all of this great economic success because of what President Trump did on these great tax cuts. We're going to need more workers. Let's get these people off the sidelines and into the workforce and become part of the American dream.
Congressman, what happens with immigration?
I think we're close to getting a deal. Obviously, you saw the president lay out a framework the other day. We in the House have been working on our own working group. We have a lot of different views from within our conference, but the whip team's office, one of the things that we do is help facilitate, and I've got the two chairmen, Chairman Goodlatte and Chairman McCall, meeting with all the members of our conference starting today on the bill that Chairman Goodlatte has, and then let's start seeing if we can get a consensus on everything from border security, and it has to start with border security and building the wall, and then addressing the DACA population and everything in between.
Can you live with a pathway to citizenship? Because some Republicans can't. Can Steve Scalise?
What I'd like to see is a legal status, but then the pathway to citizenship has always been there, and there's a line. There are millions of people waiting to come to this country. We always forget America has the most generous immigration laws already. We let 1 million people in our country legally. Get in line like everybody else, and I think that's a really good answer. You can stay here while you're doing it.
The problem is you're not going to get border security if you put them to the line. Even if you think you're 100% right, you're not going to get it.
This is where the negotiation starts. Obviously, we've got differences on both sides, but let's come together. We're not that far apart, believe it or not, and there's a deal to be made. President Trump wants to get this worked out.
All right, Steve Scalise, if you go over right now, you'll be the first one.
I'm going to run over there right now. It's pretty cold, but it's a beautiful day, and it's going to be a great night. It's going to be a great night for America. President Trump, I think you're going to see a lot of standing ovations because there's a lot to be proud about with what's happening in this country.
And we gave you
Thank you very much, Steve.
So there you go.
It's not bad to be hanging out with you guys.
All right, good.